excited. We'll get to that momentarily.
Goddamn business.
A guy named Steve.
Hey,
Guttenberg?
everybody. We're back.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Steve Guttenberg today.
Didn't he
Steve
invent
Guttenberg.
moving type?
Like three men and a little
no,
baby?
3 Men and a Little Baby, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had
Cinematic
a,
Short
Gold.
Circuit? Yeah,
Cinematic
man.
Gold.
I watched that not too long ago. It's
Nice.
a terrible movie. It was
So-
awesome when I was a kid, though.
Who's the girl?
when I was
Ellie Sheedy.
in college and I took design class, a bonus question on it was who invented moving type. And I know his last name was Guttenberg. Couldn't think of his first name. So it was like that guy from 3 Men and a Little Baby, but not Steve.
That's a good answer.
He was like, ha ha ha, no points. I was like, man.
Close
Johannes Guttenberg.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so we're back.
Yeah.
Episode 51.
Reggie's playing with himself under the table.
I'm
What do-
not. I want to know what the lead. Oh wait, yep, there she is. Okay.
Was I right?
You're looking at ladies under the table.
No, the short circuit. I was trying to figure out. Think of who were. Yeah,
Was I right?
yeah.
Okay, cool. I think that was like the only movie she was ever in. Maybe. No, I'm wrong.
Was she the
I'm
goth
definitely
girl
wrong.
in
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Maybe.
Breakfast Club? Maybe.
Yeah, something
Ali
like
Sheedy?
that. Yeah.
Just a little air movement.
The fact that I know that, I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today, Bam?
Well, we got to do openings, right?
Yeah, who
Well,
are you?
yeah, let's say the subject and then we'll do the openings.
Edvard Munch.
Ooh.
Edvard Munch.
Edvard Munch.
Edvard Munch?
Yeah.
Where was he
Munch?
born?
Munch. Munch.
Yeah.
Munch.
He was-
Whatever.
He was born at one point.
Where?
Hey, we're not doing that
In
yet.
a real sad spot.
We're not doing that yet.
Fucking German.
All
Not
right.
German.
I'm Josh Ruff at joshruff.com.
Not German.
www.joshruff.com.
I mean, he's probably German.
We're here at Renaissance Studios. RS Tattoo and Y on Instagram.
Hi, everybody. Reggie Inks here. You can find me at Reggie Inks on Facebook and Instagram and an email, reggieinks@gmail.com.
And with that
Kind of
blonde,
German.
and with that blonde hair and
There's
blue eyes,
German.
you're German.
There's German in there.
Zach Pedley, owner of the North Brewery. You can find me on I Like My Beers Ratchet on Instagram and Chomp88 on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, TikTok. I have one of those too now.
I'm Christina Maslar
Woo!
on Instagram.
She kicks ass.
You look like
Any
you're-
German in there?
No.
No.
I have melanin. They'd hate me.
Bam Maslar, bambburnsthings.com.
Any German in there?
Well, thank God
Possibly.
we made it through that. Can we bring up the energy just a little bit, guys?
Just a little bit?
A little more
dying
zazz.
here.
We need a little more.
Here, to have some more
Yeah.
candy. Candy?
Sugar it up.
Candy.
I'll sugar it up.
All right.
All right, so Edvard Munch.
I don't like
Yeah.
these wedges, though.
Yeah, they're the worst. Shake it up. Just shake the bag.
T-Swift it. Shake it up.
Tina with a... Oh, my God.
We just lost about 3
No,
pounds.
none actually
None
fell
actually
out.
spilled.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking amateurs, man.
It's a good thing about buying candy from Big Lots. No matter how big it is, it's still melted together.
It's one candy now.
Big Lots, you could sponsor us.
We went to Big Lots the other day, and she's like, "Bring me back 5 pounds of candy." And I
I also asked for energy balls.
couldn't find 5 pounds, so I got 2 pounds.
It's a lot of pounds.
Yeah. So Edvard Munch, Munch,
Edvard Munch.
close enough.
You know the guy that painted Kevin McAllister.
So he was born December 12th in 1863 in Norway to a doctor.
Born.
Wait, he was Norway?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Question. He's born to a doctor. Didn't a lot of people die around him? Was his dad a shit doctor?
He had 6 other siblings.
Ooh, fuck.
How many did he start with?
That's a good question.
Well, we get right into it. At age 5 in 1868, his mother dies of tuberculosis.
Fuck.
Because his dad was a bad doctor.
Well, his dad, that's when the depression started in really hard on his dad. And he was like, yo, I can't do this. So his Aunt Karen comes and stays with them, and she takes over managing the whole household and tries to raise them.
Fuck, dude.
But was this a time when he was also like a barber and a doctor and a dentist?
His father's
The dad.
his father
Yeah.
seems like a bozo.
We know nothing about this man, but he seems kind of like a jabroni.
Hey, I got a prescription for you. How about you go eat some worms, you bozo?
Yes.
2 points.
What is wrong with you people?
What?
Just keep going.
Just keep reading.
All
about
right,
it, man.
so that was his first taste of depression.
At 5?
At 5, yeah.
God.
And it
Jeez, man, this
Get
kid's
the
gonna grow
lobster
up.
from here, kid.
And the
Oh,
kid's gonna
doesn't
grow
get
up and
much
be
better.
a bozo.
doesn't get much better. At age 14, 1877, his favorite sister.
The other one was a
Yeah.
gun.
Tina with a zing. Nice.
A hard C. 6 minutes in. All right, so
We're definitely getting flagged on YouTube for that. Bad
Yep.
behavior.
and she's not even drinking. So yeah,
More about the bozo thing still.
1877, his 15-year-old sister Sophie dies also of tuberculosis. So in that 9-year stretch, the father didn't learn what diseases were.
He
Yep.
probably never washed the blankets from his wife and was
Yeah.
just like, you can use them, it's fine.
Hey, it's the family business, right?
They didn't know shit about cross-contamination back then.
Yep. So his younger sister Laura also spent a majority of her childhood institutionalized from mental health issues.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah,
Is there a
Wish we had that
specific diagnosis that she had? Is that-
crazy.
Well, any number of things. It could be.
It's the
Dizzy broad in the
1800s.
Yeah.
I was like, she had an opinion and did math.
Yeah,
like,
she had a
might have-
bad attitude.
She got her period like 4 months earlier than anyone else in the family.
yeah.
So,
It was that or which, you know?
so Edward himself was often sick as a child and would draw to occupy his time. His father, who was not even remotely mentally stable, because Edward was not in school, they decided, we're going to teach you from home. So he taught him history and literature, but most of it was telling ghost stories and reading him Edgar Allan Poe.
Nice.
Oh, you know what
Cool.
you give a depressed kid? Some Poe.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, have you gone through your emo phase yet? Oh, you have since you were like 4? Let's just keep it going.
Yeah.
So the quote about his father was, "My father was temperamentally nervous and obsessively religious. From him I inherited the seeds of madness. Sickness, insanity, and death were the angels that surrounded my cradle, and they followed me through my whole life."
Jesus
This guy is
Christ,
big time
bro.
emo. Big
Yeah.
time
Holy
emo.
Was this like
Shit.
his yearbook quote? Oh, he was
Yeah.
from home, so no.
Right next to Reggie Cuvelier. Sign our suckers.
Oh, what a bozo.
Jabroni.
You think his dad was nervous because he did lots of cocaine about it? It's the 1800s. He's a doctor.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cocaine probably solved a lot of problems, or like masked the problems, right?
I would
Uh-huh.
possibly.
No cocaine, a little whiskey.
Well, there was medical cocaine
And
like
Yeah.
medical uses for it back
Coca-Cola.
then.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you know what? Too much cocaine. Let's give him medical heroin. Solve it.
You're
Shout out to the
you're
Knicks.
fast forwarding like 15 years.
I know.
I mean, I don't know if he did heroin, but at age 16, he decided to leave school and become an engineer.
What a bozo.
Yeah.
Do we have any images we should bring up yet?
That's coming up next.
Okay.
So at 17, he then quits trying to become an engineer, and he decides to become an artist.
Was it because all his
So-
bridges were sad?
What?
What
They
is
just
that
looked like they were
reference?
doing this.
Oh. Can we get a actually, Tina? Can you look at the camera and do that face?
What the fuck is going on tonight with you three?
Don't worry about it. Keep going.
We,
All right.
we
So-
all.
Age 17, he quits, and in 1881, he begins to attend the Christiana Academy, where he works with 6 other artists in Christiana, which is now named Oslo. And this is going to be one of his earliest self-portraits. I believe he was 19 when he painted this one.
Fucking Jay Leno type character. Jawline.
Got that chin going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was mostly Norwegian. He wasn't actually German.
Yeah, he was Norwegian.
Okay. Because you said Oslo, Norway.
This is a good piece.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You like this piece?
It's
Would you hang this in your house?
probably.
You would.
Probably. Why not?
Interesting.
This much emo doesn't normally come out of Norway.
This is not that emo.
I mean, they have free health care. They shouldn't be sad.
I mean, this is early.
He's got a kind
early
of a tiny
emo.
head.
Early emo.
He's got like a tiny head compared to his body. Like his neck, he's got a fat neck.
Ugh, do not call me emo. I am super into goth. There's a difference. Learn it.
Yeah, so he worked with 6 other artists. So in 1883, he has his first exhibition at the Oslo Autumn Exhibition. So he had basically his first group show. And then in 1885, the Antwerp World Exhibition. He showed work there as well. After that, so he painted 3 major paintings during this time. So the first one is going to be called these are also some early ones. My bad. I fast forwarded too quick. So this is something that he was like studying he did while in school. So
While he was learning.
yeah, this is a landscape. That's a boat or
It's
a
not as
banana
tortured, so
or a banana.
His water use looks good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Would you hang this in your house?
No, definitely not.
Would your wife hang this in your house?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
I mean, sure, why not? I put this in the fucking basement.
like a bathroom painting.
Yeah,
It's a good bathroom painting.
sure.
Oh, fuck you. You hung one of my paintings in your bathroom.
It's a nice painting. If I'm
He
not
likes
the one
to
who said
admire it while he
bathroom.
drops a deuce.
Yeah, I didn't say bathroom. Your wife said bathroom.
Until your kid karate chopped it.
Yeah, no.
No, what a bozo.
There's one more after this from the time. So I wanted to showcase these two because you can see like there's tons of detail in this.
I would hang this, ma'am.
It's very impressionistic.
This is
Yeah,
beautifully
so
done.
this is what he started off doing was very impressionistic style pieces, but still very detailed. Like there was still a lot going on with them.
Wasn't that around the time of like Van Gogh and Gauguin and stuff? He studied with them at one point.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. We get to that.
He knew them.
Yeah.
With them, and then like they were a little bit later on in life at that point, so he was a lot younger. But yeah,
Okay. You think they brought him in and like mentored him?
yes, that's what we're saying.
Interesting.
They were friends with benefits. That's
Reggie-
what he said.
I don't
Reggie
know
fell
much
asleep
about that
already.
time period, but I'm pretty sure there was like a group of artists that really just stuck together and worked on that style, right?
Like a
Yeah,
guild,
that-
like a
yeah,
guild of painters.
Yeah.
That's what we get to.
A guild of bozos.
A guild
Like
of
a
posers.
league of extraordinary painters.
I like that. We're building a team.
All right, so yeah, so there's this one. What's your guys' opinion of this?
Dude, the snow tracks are fucking sweet.
It's pretty cool.
I
You know?
dig it. It's still kind of sad, but in a good way.
This has the Road vibes to me. The movie The Road. The sky. Look at how gray that
Because
sky is.
everything's gray. Yeah, I
It's
mean, this
sad
reminds me of the
without
stuff
being
that
tortured.
James Gurney puts on Instagram all the time.
Yeah. So this was again very early on, right around the same time as the self-portrait. But then we move into the painting The Day After, which was painted in 1884.
I hate this.
Tell
Why
us
do you
why.
hate this, Zach?
I think it's too flat. I think the table blends in with the couch. I mean, with the bed, way too well. There's no depth to this piece.
It reminds me. Do you remember the '90s "Don't Do Drugs" ad? Yeah, where she's like melting after she smoked pot.
Not
We still don't
even
know
once.
what that girl was smoking neither.
I don't know, but she was a fried egg, and
I want that. Whatever they're, whatever drug,
You want a
whatever
good fried egg?
whatever marijuana they were smoking in that video, I want to try.
the fried egg strain.
Wouldn't you, Reg?
Probably.
You're like, wow, holy shit, this is fucking.
It probably sounds like acid though. You're gonna melt into your couch. I'm like, all right, I got a few doses down. Here we go.
I think my favorite anti-drug ad is the little kid riding her bike in front of a drive-through, and I'm like,
God,
who's
that fucking-
stoned in
Didn't
that? The
Dave
child.
Chappelle did
Yeah.
yeah, Dave Chappelle did a parody of that.
It just
It's,
shows him giggling like the whole time.
yeah.
Like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, I remember there was a skit in the Chappelle show like that where they're ordering at a drive-through, and they run over the chick on the bike, and it's like, "Don't ever get high while riding the bike."
So other than Zach, what's your guys' opinion of this?
Perspectives.
Dark in subject matter, but not so much
Do you think she's
in
dead?
execution. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. Like,
Is it the day after sex?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yo,
she
he got
looks
some.
maybe a bender. Maybe a
yeah,
good
maybe she's
bender.
really.
She got
hungover.
folded last night.
She got bent over.
This guy has an obsession with
Bender.
fat necks.
No, she's just like, she's all bloated. You just, drinking.
From what? Oh, the drinking?
Drinking.
Look at all the empty bottles.
Yeah.
She's
Take
only
it-
got like a shot left in that pint glass where she was clearly chugging whiskey.
Yeah, drinking and taking D's all night,
Do you know what this is, like medium wise? Is it pastel or something like that?
I don't.
It kind of looks like it.
They-
There's a lot of like
They said they
underlying.
Well, they
canvas
referred
or
to it as
whatever.
painting, so that's why.
It might be
He-
really thin layers.
Yeah, he did honestly everything. So, pastel, charcoal, watercolor, oil painting, drawing, printmaking, sculpture. So, it's kind of all over the place.
Really got into it.
He loved it.
Yep.
It just looks like she's falling off the bed and taking the mattress with her, you know?
Yeah.
I hate when that happens too.
How often do you fall out of bed?
With the mattress,
Just in general.
Man, that's a rough night.
it's a rough night. I think I've fallen out a couple times in the last 10 years. Maybe once in the last 10 years.
I fall out quite a bit, don't I?
You throw things at the wall when you're done with them in your sleep.
Fucking bozo.
I once fell out of bed because you yanked the blanket so hard from underneath me, it just rolled me out.
Like a fucking.
And then you were
comic
like,
book.
what are you doing? And I'm like, falling, I guess.
Oh,
You look like her. Cool. So,
I've never heard anybody fall out of the bed with the mattress though.
Now you've seen it.
so the next painting is titled Puberty.
We shouldn't be looking at this.
No.
Yeah, now that you say the title, it's very creepy.
Yep.
It's uncomfortable.
He painted this.
Yeah. Well, he started in 1884, but didn't finish it until 1895.
Jesus.
She didn't
Christ.
finish until she was 18.
You saw her nude though.
All right, moving on to the next one.
Jesus Christ.
Yep,
This
let's just-
bozo
let's just
was
skip
really,
this one.
really thinking hard on
Let's
this.
just skip
We're
this.
gonna get ourselves canceled.
Let's
Oh
just
my
skip.
God.
I like that. Only
Wait,
her
no, I
head
kind of
has
want
a-
to. I kind of want to make
no,
some comments
wait,
about.
before you change it, the shadow looks like it has a little picture of the scream in it.
It does.
That's weird.
Yep.
It's
Well,
got
Oh,
scream face in the
fuck.
shadow.
well, he finished this piece after the scream, so it might be.
Probably finished a lot of pieces after this. He sat on it for 10 years. He's like, let me start this one. And then his art
I'll-
buddies comes over. He's like, no, you can't. No, you can't show anyone this. He's like, what? I'm going to call it Puberty. He's like, absolutely not. Bury that in a swamp.
The detail on her eyes is nice. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Any other details?
Let's just move on.
Oh, we're not going to talk about
we
the
should
artwork?
talk about the artwork, man.
we should. As
right.
creepy as it is.
She's got long arms.
Very creepy.
She's somehow scratching her kneecap at the same time as like just sitting upright.
You think that he painted this when she started her period?
All right.
that
so,
night.
Moving on.
Hey, you put it in here, man.
Yeah. This
Yeah, I
is
made
your
a
fault.
mistake.
It's-
So this one is The Sick Child. So
I think we covered this one in the cursed artwork.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might have. Yeah.
yeah. So this one is most likely to do with his sister
This is
dying.
cursed.
You got to check that episode to find out.
Yeah. What episode? What
Yeah,
number
but
is
I don't like dealing with curses.
know.
I don't need some ring thing to follow me home from your podcast.
Was that the second cursed artwork or the first one?
I think it was the first.
Was this the sister that was a C word?
No, this is the one he liked.
This is
one
his
who died.
favorite, the one who died.
The other one ended up in a mental institution because she was
Yeah.
mouthy.
Fuck, dude.
So this one actually was displayed in a gallery. I couldn't find which gallery, and it was actually received horrible. They thought that it was absolutely atrocious of a painting. No color theory because the red and the green clashed.
Yeah.
They thought the subject matter was poor.
I actually would disagree. This is like Weezer Pinkerton. That's what the people didn't realize what they had here.
This is the Pinkerton of Edvard Munch.
Yeah.
But they felt like it was a
Fucking
poor
bozo.
subject matter, that it was depressing.
Yeah, it was like the sick girl in Pet Cemetery. Everybody
God.
hates that part.
Zelda?
You know? Yeah.
Dude, she was the most fucking terrifying part of that whole goddamn movie.
People don't like sick kids.
Yeah, well, she was a monster.
I really like the brushwork in this one.
Nice and chunky.
Well,
I
it's-
like this piece a lot.
It all goes in like direction too,
Yeah.
like
Up, down.
Yeah. Well, it looks like almost as if like in Silent Hill when like the shit just kind of floats up.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it kind of looks like to me. It's a creepiness to it.
I find it funny that they hated the clash of the red and green because I actually enjoy that part of it.
That's how you make that muddy brown,
At the
like
bottom,
reddish
yeah.
brown color there.
Huh.
Like I would consider that a good thing that he had those two colors like that.
Well, people back then that judged art were assholes.
Sucked. Yeah, they sucked.
People that judge art now are assholes.
Look at us! Hey!
Back then, when a sultry song was someone
Cheers,
singing about
fuckers.
their hat for 5 minutes, 1800s, man.
Yeah. So around this time, he also had his first relationship. Her name is Millie Thoreau, who was the wife of his distant cousin.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so he banged her out.
Yeah, pretty much. And then she, about 2 years in, realized how fucking batshit crazy he was and was like,
Yeah.
yo, I can't do this anymore.
I thought
At
you were going to
first take,
say,
it was
and
like-
then she got tuberculosis.
Like, man, you're a real
Oh.
bozo. I can't do this.
That's literally all that's mentioned about their relationship is that she was married, but
Hey, guess what? I know my cousin's really cool, but I'm like an artist. And she's like, oh my God.
Do you think it's like the scene from
That sounds
Step Brothers
awesome.
where Adam Scott shows up with his wife
Oh, yeah.
and just talk to John C. Reilly
I just
in
want
the
to
most
roll you up and
upsetting
feel
way?
your hair inside me.
Just tickle every time I know it's you there. And he's like, uh-huh.
What a great movie.
It's a great movie.
So 1889, Monk has his first solo show in Oslo, which that was the first, considered his first successful show. And he received a grant to move to Paris. There he studied under Gauguin, Van Gogh, and Toulouse-Lautrec. So those are the three that you were talking about that kind of just hung out and partied together. At this time, his father then just up and kicked it. He died too, so he then realized, wow, life sucks, and he became really depressed.
He became really depressed.
Wasn't
the
his
dad-
dad a dick, though? Didn't he hate his dad?
His dad was a bozo.
No, he liked his dad, but he also acknowledged the fact that his dad was mentally unstable.
Ah, gotcha.
Nice.
Also himself, too.
Yeah.
Did he ever acknowledge that he was crazy?
Later on, kind of,
Okay.
a little bit, yeah.
I mean, what is crazy in the 1800s? You got a lot of shit to deal with.
Schizophrenia, probably. Something
Yep.
like that.
Pretty much, yeah. So, 1892, he decides to return to Norway, and he has an exhibition in Berlin where he showcased 55 paintings. The show went so horrible, the press didn't even understand his name, and they spelled it Blunch. They didn't even spell him correctly. Basically,
Lunch, blunch, whatever. Fuck
Yeah.
this guy.
he got so upset that they ended up pulling the whole exhibition, shutting it down after a week, and they were but other galleries were like, wow, this is actually really cool, and they heard about the whole scandal, like it came out that they spelled his name wrong, all that, and it actually, those 55 paintings went on a whole tour around Europe for a
Was
full
the
year.
Scream part of that? This
Nope,
one?
that comes in later.
Okay.
So he hasn't done this.
Well, we're
this
looking at
piece
it
yet.
now, so.
Nope. So that's what we come to. So he then decided to move to Berlin, and he started a series of paintings called The Frieze of Life. At age 30, he began work on The Scream. So the quote from this is, I was walking with friends and the sky began to set. Suddenly the sky began to turn blood red. I paused, feeling exhausted, and leaned over the fence. There was blood and tons of fire above the blue, dark field of the city, and I sensed the endless scream passing through nature.
Fuck, dude.
Is that
guy's
like
like
a
a-
Cure song?
And then I realized I left my son home alone at Christmas.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Are you serious, Clark?
Kevin McAllister, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm a bozo for not picking up that reference.
So this is the original. He actually went on to create about 50 versions of this.
I take it back calling him goth. This is emo as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he created about 50 versions of this in pastel,
He's
oil,
listening to The
and
Cure
printmaking.
before they were.
Talk about a one-trick pony. Am
Well,
I
now
right?
he's in Germany. He's probably listening to a lot of Bauhaus. You know,
Yeah.
What is Bauhaus?
like a band or
No, like the
The
music.
movement?
The movement. Can we tell? Yeah, someone educate me on the
the
movement.
music is like a post-punk goth thing from Germany. The art was
Like German
design.
brutalist
It was
movement, kind of, for design and
yeah, it was design. Yeah,
Okay.
like a 1920s, 1930s. A lot of lettering,
like after
exploration
Dada.
stuff.
Is it
Okay.
Dada?
Yeah.
Dada.
So throughout all this period, like after his dad died, this is when he became like an extreme alcoholic
Right.
and extremely depressed. So for the longest time, people actually thought that this was just like his descent into madness. And recently, a couple years ago, astrologers were like tracking past like comets and all sorts of shit like that, and they actually narrowed it down to a certain time that in Paris, at the point that he was painting this, there was a huge meteor shower. And they were like, actually, he might not have been as crazy as people thought. That might be he was literally just watching a meteor shower.
Well, I'm sure him sitting around being like at the bar, "Hey Edvard, you all right?" Quoth the raven, nevermore. All right, leave him alone. I just go out.
I'm not sure how much he went out drinking versus just binge drinking at home.
Okay, then he's
People
sitting in an
cannot
alley
stand
and it's
him in
like, "Hey
public."
Edvard, you all right?" Starts just yelling Edgar Allan Poe at him.
What do you guys think about this painting? And this is pastel, right?
I love it.
I'm pretty sure this is a pastel.
This is one
I
of the
think it's
pastel.
oil pastel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is an oil pastel. But again, he did 50 different versions. So
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like this is what an anxiety attack feels like on paper.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like
Yeah.
just looking at it gives me anxiety.
I like the two people in the back.
They're just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, he's tweaking out.
So that's why I wanted to show that like painting further back of the nice cityscape with like the snow tracks and shit, because then the people actually looked like people, and then we get to this with
Right. So all of
Well,
his
he's
other
getting more
pieces-
expressive with things as he devolves into mental illness or whatever's going on with him.
yeah, he's batshit at this point. Yeah, so he did this, and then there's one more with a scream after this. This is one of the prints. Like he started doing printmaking, so he did.
But like I
another
said
piece.
earlier, when my joke fell on dead ears, I mean, he's kind of a one-trick pony now if he's only doing this stupid guy over and over again.
Well, it's maybe he was
not
experimenting with that idea,
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
how far he could take it, you know?
Sure.
Wow, way to be a dick about it.
it's not stupid.
Dude's dead.
I like this better than the other one.
Yeah.
I like the expression in the face a little bit better.
Well, yeah, you can see it a little better just because of
Are those boats?
the printmaking process of
And
it.
hose.
Line weight.
Boats
Yeah.
and hoes, boats and hoes.
We got boats. And we got hose.
This kind of helps you read the other one a little better, though, when you look at it like that.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know?
yeah. How big is this piece?
They're not very big. I believe that the pastel one, I believe, was only like 12 by 16 or something like that. They're small pieces.
And he did 50 of them.
Yeah.
You think he ever felt like he was beating a dead horse at one point? You know?
That's
Do you
why I
think he
liked it.
actually
That's
beat
what I-
a dead horse at some point? He seems like that kind of guy.
That's what
Do
I
you-
feel like doing these NFTs.
Do you also... We're not talking about that yet.
I know, but I'm just saying that's what I feel like.
Yeah. Well, so... Or do you think that in his crazy, schizophrenic, whatever, he even realized he made 50 of these? Or did he just kept going and...
Do you think he was just like having an episode?
Maybe
That's what I mean,
Maybe
yeah.
he was having an episode and he just thought he was doing the same one. He's like, "Oh my god, I have this great idea. I'm gonna go do this," and he does it. And he's like, "Oh, I previously did this."
I think maybe he just became obsessed with just this particular image and just kept doing it, you know? Like trying to perfect it and maybe find different ways to experiment with that same layout. But who knows?
All right.
Yeah. So that's 1893. So in 1895, his brother Andreas dies of pneumonia.
Fuck, dude.
Man, these
So-
people had really bad respiratory
So-
issues.
pretty much. So the next piece
Ooh.
wow.
Sorry. He does his own self-portrait at this time as well. So
Cool.
completely different than the original
Hey, bud.
self-portrait.
Disembodied head just floating in
So
darkness.
Well, it's a self-portrait.
So emo.
It's a self-portrait with my skeleton arm.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wow. Yeah,
I
it's
see
definitely
that.
emo.
Oh, fuck.
I'm so dark. And
Is it
evil.
emo or like Vincent Price before Vincent Price was
Oh,
Vincent
no,
Price?
this is emo.
He does
Fuck.
have big Vincent Price vibes in this.
He does.
I
Have you
lo-
ever seen?
Honestly, this is
like,
my favorite out of all these pieces.
Pretty good.
It reminds me of OG House on Haunted Hill because it starts with everybody's head just floating into frame and talking about how terrible a person they are.
Yeah, this is cool.
I like the severed bone. I like the arm. It's pretty cool. It's badass.
You are so bored with this guy.
Yeah.
Here, have some more candy.
What is this, like ink?
Yeah.
A print.
Cool.
No, I don't care for his mustache goatee thing.
I think it's just a mustache.
Zach just doesn't like this guy.
He
No, I
really
don't.
does.
I wouldn't party with this guy. We'll wait till the end.
I mean, I'd party with him, but just to see him bring a room down, you know?
Really kill a vibe.
Like watching a car wreck.
Like set him up for failure. Be like, hey Ed, what was that Edgar Allan Schmo thing you had memorized? Oh, you mean Edgar Allan Poe? You know, and he just starts going off.
We went to a bar once and saw the energy get really high because 303 played right before Tiptoe Through the Tulips, and you just feel like the air suck out of the room, and it was the funniest thing I've ever witnessed. Just everybody's face like,
That fucking creep
Yeah.
show of a song.
Yeah. Played that after some Dance 303. But yeah.
Were they playing Helen Keller? Was it 303
That's the
Yeah,
Helen
one.
that
Keller?
That's the one. Yep.
people were really into it, and then fucking Tiny Tim just came in to
Short skirts, nice hair, makes the girt like that. That one.
Tiptoe through the tulips. Yeah, right after. Immediately. Yeah, it was awkward.
I'm
as
really
fuck.
glad I don't know what those songs are.
No, we'll play them for you.
Have you ever watched the movie Insidious?
Yeah.
It's the demon song. When
Oh,
he's
okay.
in
So think total like 2008
pop punk
like punk trap meets trap type music,
that people are super into.
followed
And then
immediately by Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
just
A lot of steroids,
Okay.
like steroid music, like fight music
Gotcha.
for douchebags from Jersey.
R.I.P. that drywall,
Fucking
right?
bozos.
Yeah,
So in the next piece, this is
breaking
when,
ice over here.
the next piece is when he starts painting more about death. After this one, so this is
Now we start painting about that?
more. I said more about death. So this is death in the sick room.
This,
I mean,
Just-
it's got
God.
a pretty cheery paint color for being a sick room.
Just groups of people hanging around other people who are dying. It's great. Great.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who's dying here.
I think it's the person that's propped up in the chair.
yeah, the green
Yeah,
chair.
Which one? I mean, both
The,
of them.
the woman that's green in
With
the
the
green
back
dress.
to the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't think they're actually showing the dead woman.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wouldn't that
They're
be
like,
crazy?
Let's prop her up, get her some air. She'll live longer that
Would it be
way.
crazy to see a dead body?
No.
Wait till the next one.
All right.
But yeah, what do you guys think about this one?
I can't stop thinking about that REM song. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Losing my religion.
He didn't like religion. His dad was super religious.
He was losing his religion.
That's it. Okay.
I like the
Fucking
guy
REM.
in the left corner that looks like he's like, okay, I'm out. Like he's just tipping his hat. He's
Fuck.
fucking leaving the
Oh
room.
my god!
Oh no.
Oh, they weren't
Oh,
frozen.
no.
Reggie just opens them like an idiot.
Get your phone away from it.
Hey Zach, can you get some of that out of here?
Yeah. Can we get some
He
of this
said
shit?
the line.
Can we get some of this shit out of here? Pause
Not
break.
the
while-
first time it's happened.
Pause break for
No, keep
Zach
talking.
to clean
No,
up.
keep going.
So that's a painting.
This adds a little excitement to this artist.
Yeah. You are so bored by this guy, aren't you?
Don't take it personal.
No, I'm taking it fucking personal.
Why?
Dude,
Why would
you're
you take
leaking
this
more.
personal?
Table. Wipe the bottom of the can.
Yeah, you're
Right.
just dumping beer.
Shush.
And it's not even your beer.
I am aware. Keep talking about this guy.
There's some colors. It's green. Green's pretty.
Yeah, how many dead people? are in
Is
this
that the
room?
girl after puberty?
The one that's dying or the one standing
The
behind
one that's
her?
just making dead eyes.
I was going
at
to say the one with
viewer.
the 100
She's
mile
just like,
stare.
looking at you, being like, "Hey, remember that time you paint me naked?"
the Wednesday Addams looking one?
Yep.
I'll never forget that. You fuck.
I like the old guy praying where it just looks like he's all eyebrows.
You can't
Yeah,
tell
it's
if
hard
he's
to
looking.
tell. It's a little pixelated on
You
the
can't-
screen here.
you can't
but-
tell if he's
Brows
looking
to,
down,
pick
up,
when he's
like-
gotta look.
Where's his eyes? Where's his?
What'd
that's
you
not
say?
even. How do you know that's a
Okay.
guy? Even that's just a round circle with gray.
You're right, I don't.
It's an emo crew. They're probably mostly dudes anyway.
Yeah. And then after that, he painted.
That's why they're emo.
He painted by the deathbed. After that,
Is
I
that
think
the
this was
next
after
one?
the movie Deathbed, the bed that eats.
That's why his arm was a skeleton.
Yeah. That's why I
Are we
included
gonna see a dead body? Hey, any of y'all want to see a dead body?
Is that this
dead
one?
body.
Look, it's her again.
Dead body. Look at that woman. She looks like a skeleton.
The woman in back doesn't even have a mouth. He just gave
Fucking
up after
Yoko Ono. Shut up.
He just gave up after the eyes.
He's just like, close enough. They'll know.
Zzz.
Women shouldn't have mouths.
Because then they get opinions, and then they end up in the mental institution, like his least favorite sister.
She was a cunt.
Yeah.
I like
you're
the
a cunt.
definition on that guy's beard. Like the outline of his beard.
Real cool.
The outline. What do you guys think of the dead body?
I think this guy's a wet sock.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna come unglued here about this guy in
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah, just let it all go out.
Let's just hear
If there's
your
any
honest
like
opinion.
actual artists that watch, like, let's just hope you don't have a pre-formulated opinion of this guy.
Hope you don't. I mean, if you do, please shit all over me. I welcome it. Hit me up.
Come,
See, Zach,
come
I
shit on
figured
your beard.
you would like this guy's stuff, though.
I know. I thought you actually would be into this.
Yeah.
I think most of his stuff actually sucks. I think the Scream was great. I liked the painting of the death of his sister. That was very, and I also like the snowy landscape. But majority of the stuff, it's like flatism, whatever that term is.
Flatism.
I'm coming up with it now. Like
Referring to cubism.
maybe cubism. I don't know. It has like
That's a
very
little more abstract
very
than this.
low definition on a lot of the stuff. And then when he starts doing real, like people, he leaves out mouths. Like, what is this person? I seriously thought that this.
Oh my god.
I thought that was a person.
Which one?
The one between the white woman with no mouth and
is
then
a
the woman
person.
And the other
That's-
woman with no mouth.
that's a
Hands.
person.
Yeah, that's
This right there.
this looks like
Oh, sorry,
hair, eyes looking down at this.
Yeah, that's a person.
Yeah, it's just
I think that's
not
the
a
wall.
not a well rendered person, obviously.
The only well rendered is the front one of the skull. With the eyeballs.
I'm sweating.
It's all very loose, though. Like it's
Fine, ma'am,
impressionism.
it's fine, it's fine.
not meant to be like
I'm getting worked up.
super detailed.
I was aggravated last night because my friends were going to play online and it took us 20 minutes to figure out that the app we downloaded wouldn't work, and now this today.
I thought we were
Oh,
your
man.
friends.
He's got other internet friends.
Oh, they're internet friends. Okay.
I
They're
know,
not real life friends.
like literally, this guy, like
What was the app, Zach? Chatterbait.
quarrel, chatterbait. I would go on that.
We know. We are. We
least
as
it's
well as our
interesting. At
we
least-
as well as our 3 viewers.
At least it's
are very
interesting.
aware.
Sidebar crowbar. Let's talk about Zach's kinks.
No, I would we can talk about that after. We could talk about that. I'll take questions. But,
Sidebar,
like,
if
literally.
Dr. Grilled Cheese leaves his address under here, he might score a fucking...
Terminator 2.
Yeah, we had one comment from last week that
We got-
wasn't
nope,
me.
We got one from. Wait, you're Bone Hunter.
Dr.
Yes, I am.
Dr.
One that says you guys are the best part of the internet. You guys are my favorite part of the internet. I was really hoping it wasn't one of us, but fuck.
Dr. Grilled Cheese, though, your friend, you follow me on Instagram. Hit me up, and we'll get you this.
Yeah.
We'll get you this copy.
You can stop.
Or anyone that's still with us at this point in time.
Or any? What do you mean?
Pat.
Well,
Anybody that's still watching us? Yeah, hit us
We'll
up.
bring up a next. I'll bring a DVD next week. We'll have this be a game.
We got Deathbed, the bed that eats. We'll make sure I own that copy. I'll make sure
Every
we
week
get that.
at one point, you got to know.
gotta clear up my
We'll play the game. There's a secret word at some point in the podcast, and whoever puts
We've
the
been
word
playing
up,
that without.
I think it's Bozo this week.
yeah, it's bozo.
Let us know how many times we say bozo.
Yeah, and if you get it right, even if you say more than once,
I mean, we're not going to count it, but
yeah, exactly.
I
Then
remember back
you win.
on Tube TV, so like old timey TV. There was a contest
TV.
where if you counted the amount of times they said Mystic Pizza and Mystic Pizza, you'd win a free pizza. But you had to write in for it, so you got a free pizza
Fucking
like
writing.
6 months later.
All right, so
Oh,
now
the
6-month-old
90s.
pizza shows
Yep.
up.
So now we're going to move into some fun stuff. So in 1898, he meets.
Look at the ass on that dude. I'm
This looks
sorry.
real fun.
Hey, Josh Kennedy. Hey,
in 18
Josh Kennedy.
18. Oh, yep, this is a Josh Kennedy. Yep. So 1898, he meets Tula Larson, the daughter of a wine merchant in Oslo. Yo, she wanted to jump him so bad, and he was like, "No, not really, not really." He actually moves to get away from her.
I think I remember
first
this.
to Berlin, where she follows him. Then he's like, "Yo, I'm out."
Wow, she's crazier than he is.
Moves to Paris, where she again follows him, where he then paints the dance. It's called the Dance of Life.
This is not good. Like, no, seriously. Like, you guys can't.
Yo,
We've looked
hold-
at a lot of shit.
So
That's not even an
hold on.
anatomically correct dumper.
Hold on. Let me explain the piece first, then we can trash on it. So the first one, we got the woman in white. She is supposed to symbolize innocence. Then you got the woman in red. She's supposed to be sex. And then you got the woman in black, who's supposed to be anguish.
Oh yeah,
But
She doesn't
I-
look
What
very
about
happy.
Uncle Fester?
He is dancing.
Yeah, this guy?
He's supposed to be. He's supposed to be dancing with the sexy one. That's supposed to be a self-portrait. But yeah,
Oh.
my favorite is Uncle Fester, who's like, "Yo, show me your tits," and he's trying to motorboat her.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
trying to bang that girl right on the dance floor.
All right, but compared to like Rough Made the Come, compared to a lot of the other work that I like, but this is not like that at all. This doesn't look like. This looks like somebody went to a paint and sip.
It does kind of have that vibe
Wait,
now that you put it
didn't
like
he
that.
like go a little crazy with the ring
there's,
thing?
There's
Okay.
more coming. So, but my favorite quote of him. So there's a few quotes, but my favorite is, "The touch of her narrow, clammy lips was like the kiss of a corpse."
I thought he'd be into that.
This dude's way too emo, man.
He probably started to
Yeah.
realize that he was dying, and then was like, "Oh my god, I've wasted my entire life."
Oh,
being
this.
emo."
She does not put any effort into those blow jammers.
blow jammers. Her lips were bad.
Like this. How dry do you want it? I'm gonna, get it. I'm gonna make it so dry.
There's no lips. That's all tooth.
It's the 1800s. She probably didn't have tooth.
Oh,
Good point.
Wooden teeth.
So yeah, so
Slave.
she keeps
Splinter.
so
Basically.
4 years later, she's just like, "Yo, we're gonna do this." He lost their marriage documents and escapes to Italy.
Wait, did he marry this girl?
No, she follows him to Italy. So where at this point he's like, "Well, she won't follow me if I go back to Berlin where we started this." So he goes to Berlin. She somehow doesn't follow him at this point.
'cause she gets fucking folded by an Italian.
Possibly.
Oh, I came here looking for a guy. Hey, I'm a dude. What do you mean you're looking for a guy? I'm a guy.
Yo.
There's a guy right here.
I'm a guy.
So this is my favorite part. So a year later, all of a sudden she shows up out of nowhere and is like, she just mysteriously appears and starts trying to contact him and is like, "Yo, I'm suicidal. If you don't come hang out with me, I'm going to do this."
We've needed suicidal tendencies institutionalized on cue so much for this episode.
Yeah, that would be a perfect soundtrack to this
I'm
one.
not crazy. I'm crazy.
So he agrees to meet with her, which is also a bad idea because they broke into a giant argument There's not many details about what happened, except for the fact that Monk accidentally shoots off one of his fingers.
It's his ring finger. Can't marry him if he doesn't have a ring finger.
Fucking hot.
Accidentally shoots it off.
So just to avoid. Wait.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let this marinate a little.
No, this.
I love the Where in the World is
He got-
Carmen San Diego.
He got sick of this chick not paying attention to him after paying so much attention to him.
No, she came back
No,
and found
showed,
him.
She showed back up.
Okay.
No, he was just hanging out in Berlin, partying, doing his thing.
She sent him a letter or something, and he finally agrees to meet with her. So they meet at some location, and then he shoots his finger off. Apparently, right? That's just
accidentally.
you want to marry this? You're not gonna fucking marry me.
Oops.
Yeah.
But the worst.
I'm crazy.
So at this point, there are like photos of him and stuff. So and then there's portraits and stuff like that. He actually will never go at this point. He never goes in public. He's never photographed or never painted again with his finger not in a glove because he's so embarrassed by the fact that he's missing the finger.
Do you think that
Is this
she
his
shot
last
off his
piece?
finger or he did it?
No.
Like she was like, if I can't marry you, no one
Zach's had
will.
enough.
So after he shoots off his finger, she then leaves and goes and marries another artist.
It's her type.
Artists back then were like fucking rock and roll stars or rappers now. Like, oh fuck.
So
I got this new guy I'm seeing. Yeah.
Do you think he was like
Did
the
you know
Kanye?
Yeah.
The Kanye of the era.
Painters?
there's not a lot left. Don't worry.
Who'd she marry? Did it say?
No,
I think
Was
this
it
is the last
anybody that we
one,
talked
right?
Oh
Someone
my
with
God!
all their
Look
fingers.
at this piece of
wait,
crap.
no, you jumped like way too far ahead.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Well,
He's
either
just
that or
a
we
piece
didn't
of
number
crap.
him right, and that's your fault.
No. So he continued painting and doing art and stuff. But fast forward 6 years later, he's hospitalized for 6 months. He puts himself in the hospital due to heavy drinking. It got so bad that he was hallucinating, and on the left side of his body became partially paralyzed from alcohol poisoning.
Nice.
So
Right.
How
Pretty
badly
hard.
do you have to fucking drink to get alcohol poisoning where you basically paralyze yourself?
You have a stroke?
You literally have to drink.
Have you ever
all
seen
day.
Leaving Las Vegas? Probably
So-
something like that.
I think way more. I think fucking way more than that because the alcohol back
Dude,
then
it's-
was so fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was in the alcohol back then?
Back then, if you're talking
Like
liquor, if you're talking liquor shit,
1908.
there's no proof. There's none of that. They were probably drinking the shit that you shouldn't drink that can cause you to go blind.
Fucking gasoline,
Like,
basically.
they're probably
Devil's
gonna run off.
Springs
Like,
just-
it's probably fucking bad, and they're drinking it all day. Compared to what we have now, the regulated shit we have now, you could probably drink beer all day, every day for like 30 years and still not receive alcohol poisoning this fucking bad. To paralyze yourself that bad?
He paralyzed the left side of his body.
Can you read that Peter Griffin meme right now?
I could. I'll find it. Bam, go ahead.
Well, yeah, no, do this first and then.
Yeah,
so
I'll
they're
read it.
probably
Just-
all drinking like
I just
moonshine
stared at it
shit.
and I was just like, I can't. I can't.
Wait, what? What did it say?
What?
Why do they call it?
Why do they call it oven when you off in the cold food of out hot eat the food?
That's retarded.
That doesn't make any sense.
No shit.
It's at least making this fucking artist better.
You had just like 1 foot not working, just strolling into the fucking doctor's office and say some shit like that.
I got fucking.
Dude, they're
I'm
gonna
a-
look at you like you're having a stroke.
That's what they're doing. That's
the
what they're.
joke.
That's what. That's the joke. That's the joke. Bam! Look at this fucking meme. Maybe Ruff could overlay it on the thing, but like, bam! Seriously, look at that.
Why do they call it oven when you off in the cold food out hot eat the food?
Yeah, that's somebody having a stroke.
Yeah,
I see why that's applicable if this guy can't feel half his body.
Yeah, that was definitely Monk at this point.
So, like, I'm just saying, how fucking dude, you must have been. You woke up, alcohol
You
all
didn't
day.
You didn't wake up. You didn't go to
Just
bed.
brush your teeth. Alcohol.
Oh yeah, the booze.
Water? What's that?
Alcohol.
Dude, the water was probably poison back then. He was probably safer with the alcohol.
That's true.
He was, but a
Yeah.
lot of guys back then were drinking beer all day and wouldn't be this
Warm.
fucking insane.
And it's not like he had like he didn't have a day-to-day 9 to 5 job. It's not like he was clocking
no,
in
it's just
anywhere.
like fucking 4 a.m. Yeah, let's have some more fucking grain alcohol.
At 9 a.m. Let's drink some grain alcohol. All right, so
So what the fuck are we looking at
This
then?
is
well,
this
like-
that's
painting?
what I'm saying.
The
Man,
breath
summer?
of life, or
So
God. Or,
well, so after this, he after the hospitalization, he got out. His work completely changed and stopped being depressing. In 1909,
Got treatment?
Yep. Yeah, basically. In 1909, he began work on a mural for the Great Halls of Oslo University, and this is the biggest piece there. It's called The Sun, and I couldn't find the photo of it, but there's a photo reference of him painting this, and he's probably like, if you look, one of the little abstract pieces of green there is like a tree. He's about the size of one of those trees in the painting. It's that it's that fucking big.
Well, it looks like shit.
I mean, half of him is paralyzed, so
he gets a half a star for that.
yeah.
This is the
Yeah,
worst.
only half a star. Because the other half is going,
Jesus Christ!
The other
I
half
never
is
would
just
have
a
thought
line.
the guy who did the Scream painting was this fucking bad.
Yeah.
I don't care if
Zach's
anybody out
angry
there.
tonight.
If anybody out there actually likes this guy,
we'll send you a DVD.
I'll send you a DVD. I got a bunch of shitty ones.
Terminator 2 Ultimate Edition.
So this immediately reminded me of a movie quote from about 15 years ago, and it's super depressing, but Ryan Dunn from the Jackass show,
Rip.
actually made a bye.
You keep talking.
He made a movie right before he died where he was a total asshole.
He was
who
a ghost.
A total asshole living with his best friend. He goes to take a shit on the toilet. He has a brain aneurysm and dies, and comes back as a ghost. And then he haunts his best friend who he lives with, who's super nice.
I think I saw this.
They didn't actually release the film, but there's a movie preview of it. But in the preview, she brings over a painting that looks very similar to this, and he's in the background. He's just yelling in the background, "You're gonna hang that shit up? That looks like a retard on a pogo stick finger painted that bitch."
Hard R. Republican.
Well, I mean,
that's
to be
immediate-
honest, that is what this looks like.
That's immediately what I thought of when I saw this shit.
Considering how much his stuff changed, he probably wasn't working with all the marbles in there, you know.
Nah.
They medicated him a little bit.
Do you think this should have been called lithium?
You missed a hard R. You missed a hard R.
Republican.
Why is he Republican?
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Bozos.
So, this piece sucks. In 1916, he purchases a farm where he builds a studio, and he lives there for the remainder of his life. But so he actually has a whole bunch of studios. Like, he just keeps expanding this property. It's like tons of acres, and he just keeps building more. Like, when he eventually kicks it, I guess there was like 11
Holy
different buildings.
shit.
Well, yeah. So,
Do you remember that scene in The Mask when the bad guy get the mask?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah,
that guy
you-
looks like everybody loves Raymond's grandfather in the back.
Fucking Peter Boyle. Yeah.
well, you guys are jumping like 8 minutes ahead on this. So
I'm sorry.
So
really miss Raymond.
He's dead now, that guy.
Deborah. Peter Boyle died? Ah, fuck. Deborah. Oh, God. Deborah, you bitch.
Reggie
All right, man,
Romano,
we're on.
everybody.
in 1919,
Finish it.
so we're like 20 years in the future. So in 1919,
Going
he
off
caught
the
the Spanish flu during construction of one of the many buildings.
They're COVID.
Yeah,
Their
pretty much.
corona.
Yep. So he spent the next years just painting buildings and construction workers while they were building it. They're boring as fuck, so I didn't include them in. In 1920, he was commissioned to paint 12 paintings for the Freya chocolate factory, where they paid him 10,000 euros
That's a lot of money back
Back
then.
then.
for 12 paintings.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yep. But
what year was that?
in the 1920s, so
Okay,
I think it
we'll
was
look that up.
21.
Do the math on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depression time, 10,000 euro.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah. Let's pause for a second and find out.
Also, the side of this can looks like a better version of that painting.
Oh, fuck, it does. Check out Saranac Legacy IPA. Sponsor us,
Okay.
Saranac.
So, whoa. Jesus Christ.
This jabroni over here.
Yeah, Saranac, come down here, take the last vestige of what I love.
You're the one drinking Saranac.
Yeah, because I like Saranac. I don't want to sponsor the show that I love.
It's a good beer, but so is
Zach.
Yeah, if they-
Buddha
if
by
Wait,
the North
wait,
Brewery.
wait, Zach. You love our show? What's your favorite episode?
Episode 191.
195.
19. Episode 19.
19.
Name it.
It is. So he technically got paid in this year's equivalent to $140,000.
Pretty good.
12 paintings.
That's pretty good.
nice. Not bad.
Yeah, back in those days for sure.
That's pretty.
Does it
fucking
look
good.
like this guy's like pushing his tongue towards the front of his mouth? Like,
Well, we're going to get to
I
this.
hate
ad-
this guy, man.
So, well,
He's
Now-
looking at me and I don't like it.
fast forward 12 years.
He survived the Spanish flu.
He survived the Spanish flu. Now it's in the 1930s. He caught an eye infection, which stopped him from producing art as much.
oh no.
You got pink eye?
So they took a whole bunch of his art and showcased it in England for the very first time. And then in 1937, the Nazis labeled his artwork as degenerate.
the Nazis did?
The Nazis
Even
did.
though he liked to hang out in Berlin?
They're like, he's kind of a bozo. Let's put him on the list.
Yep. So,
Dude, do you really think they
because-
would have chosen Edvard Munch, the emo guy, or Albrecht Dürer, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy,
Yeah.
as their golden
no.
child?
They-
Definitely going
have-
with Albrecht Dürer.
They went so far as I found a photo where it looks like there's actually artwork displayed of his, and it's called The Degenerate Show.
Was it just a bunch of Nazi soldiers just like flipping it off?
Pretty
you
much,
know?
yeah.
Just like,
yeah.
Basically, people that Hitler didn't like.
Yeah. No, it was only him. It was like 80
Who do you think was a
it
better painter?
It was 80 pieces.
Hitler or George Bush?
Ooh.
Off topic subjects. Liven up.
You know what?
What do you think is better?
We talked
Next-
about
next
George Bush
episode.
on here.
Next episode, George Bush versus Adolf Hitler. The man who had a shoe thrown at his head. Or
Adolf Hitler.
Or Adolf Hitler.
We can't even name his atrocities.
The man who brought you the
We're gonna-
Patriot
we're-
Act or the Holocaust?
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do that next week.
Next
We're
week.
gonna put Hitler's paintings up against George W's paintings. And we're gonna go. It's gonna go shot for shot. It's gonna say which one you like more. This one.
I'm
A
behind this
or B?
idea. I like this
Or B?
idea.
It's
I
going
like
to be
this.
like a blind taste test.
Yeah, A or B.
Coke or Pepsi now?
Now, and you'll know that we'll even tell you that one Hitler did. So you have to consciously, good and conscious, know that you picked Hitler's painting.
It's not a blind taste test.
It's not a
It's
blind.
just aesthetic.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's just aesthetics. Doesn't mean I like his ideology.
No, definitely not. We don't. We'll preface that at the start of the show. We're not for either one of these guys' ideologies. What we will preface is we would like you to pick which one is better.
I think this is a great
Oh,
idea.
now you're not down with George Bush, you fucking Republican.
I am down with George Bush.
Whoa, hard R.
Oh, you just spilled beer again.
fucking bozo.
I am. I will go on record as I am a Republican. A Republican.
How can you say that on air?
Well, this went off the rails real quick, so let's jump back
George
in real
Bush
quick.
did some
Real
good
quick,
things.
we're almost done. So,
Final thoughts.
so basically, he was he denounced the Nazis, so they were like, "Fuck you," and there was like 80 pieces at this show. He just kind of locked himself away, continued painting. This is one of the last. This is actually a self-portrait. This is one of the last. It's called
Mr. Poopy Butthole.
My bozo life.
Wait, this is a self-portrait?
Self-portrait with a striped pullover.
Oh.
Ugh. It's a tough look.
Looks like he should be drooling.
Yeah.
He probably is. But he couldn't see it because of his eye infection
Fuck.
and the stroke.
Oh, yeah,
So
he's probably
this
all
dude has
bloated
been
after, like,
so-
losing a liver.
This dude
He's
is
been
this
so
dude-
unlucky with
this-
RSV,
right.
with respiratory shit his entire life.
Right. This dude at this point, when he's painting this, that's why I wanted to get to this. Before you start trashing on it too much, remember, he painted with the left side of his body paralyzed on probably like high doses of lithium and cocaine with one eye.
Then why wasn't it better? He had cocaine.
And honestly, this is better than a lot of
You
his
just
other
This is
shit.
no Back to the Future. I'm
Just
sorry.
stayed up all night to make sure his homework was done on time.
But it looks like the dude Doc
All right.
Brown from Back to the Future.
All right, let's just do drink, party, or do what was the
Well,
question?
no,
Oh my God, there's more to this guy.
Kind of. So he died. Let's
Cheers.
get to his death. He dies in 1944 at age 80.
Wow.
Died in
44?
Oslo, right?
Yep.
So he got to see
So-
two world... Wait, did he live long enough to see the start of the Second World War?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep. Almost the finish of it.
Yeah, 1944. Good
Those,
year.
those pricks never liked me anyway.
Good year. Yeah. This is the fact I wanted to get to. So when he died, he left the entire property to the city of Oslo, which left behind 1,150 paintings, 17,800 prints, 4,500 watercolor and drawings, and 13 sculptures.
90% of which were different renditions of the Scream.
This guy is mid. He's kind of mid.
Kind of swag.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bozo.
He's a one-trick pony.
You like him, but he sucks at the same time.
I don't like him at all.
He's your Pablo Picasso. Like Pablo Picasso, I feel like was just the worst. He was insufferable.
I didn't think Pablo was that insufferable.
Well, we're
He's
going to
pretty
talk about him.
insufferable.
Okay, for you.
We'll talk about him at some point.
Fine, but this guy, I don't see when I like post expression of shit. There's a lot way more brushstroke. This guy couldn't pick a lane. He just was like, oh, I'm gonna do some expressive shit, and then add some realism to it.
I
But I want it
suppose
to be
some would
somewhat
argue that's
realism.
his genius, right? Like,
No.
What's
I
hilarious?
appreciate him just
Some
keep
would argue.
striving.
See, some would.
I actually like majority of his work, but what's hilarious is that a year ago, me and Reggie went to Philly, and we were in there, and we walked into the next room, and there was like a 20-foot triangular painting at the top of the room, and I'm like, yo, what is this bullshit? This is trash. And we went on for like 20 minutes just riffing back and forth.
They're like, oh,
staring at
it's
the
Edvard Munch.
and then we walked over, we looked, and they're like, oh, this is actually like a really good artist. Oh, shit.
See, I appreciate the amount of artwork he put out because he was just like, I'm
That's a
depressed. I'm gonna
staggering
paint.
number of artworks. to
Yeah.
put
On the
out.
other hand, Pablo Picasso is like, I made this bowl today. Will you fuck me? That's basically his only.
You know, Pablo Picasso put out like 55,000.
Yeah, but
pieces.
his
Yeah, but
motivation
at least-
towards
at
the
least-
end was just to sleep with people.
Yeah, but at least that was his shtick. I could respect somebody for like just put it out
Hey,
there.
if I was
Just
like
put it out
50
there.
and single, I'd be like, I'll tattoo you for free.
Show me your tits.
Put my signature on you.
Hey.
It's not going to suck itself.
Hey, I didn't pull it out for air. Oh.
He pulled it out during a tattoo session.
No, you just start it. Just not wearing pants.
You pull it out and then you hopefully see that they notice. Be like, yeah, what do you think?
Just answer the door naked. Like, that's a good one.
No, it's just peeking out through the zipper.
Yeah, don't do that here. You're fired.
So
I might just say
unsanitary.
that. Like, yeah, just don't do that here. You're getting fired.
Did you hear her? So unsanitary. Has nothing to do
Nobody
with sexual
wants rogue
harassment.
dicks flying around
No.
the tattoo shop.
He's put
Every time there's a
sandwich bag
porno
on it,
that
you
takes
know?
place in the tattoo shop, it's like, oh, girlfriend, don't put your butt on that. No, no.
Did he wipe that down with Maticide first?
Floor Ruben. So, come back to the question. Drink, party.
Bring him to ruin other parties.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, that'd be kind of.
Oh,
Just
dude,
watch
I would
him,
take
like,
this guy to hang out with Christina any day.
Yeah, just watch him like.
Just be
suck
like,
the
here's a
vibe.
bottle of turpentine.
Oh,
Tell
my
us
God.
how you
Yeah,
really
you're
feel.
talking about my wife. Yeah,
No,
you
not
bring
your
her-
wife.
Yeah.
Not your wife.
You're talking about my wife.
No,
Why?
definitely
Do you
not.
feel like he's gonna
Oh, she
hex
watches
us?
it, so be like, yeah, this guy would be great. You'd fucking have a great time.
Yeah, bring him
partying with
over
this
to my
Should
guy.
I
house.
name drop her?
Bring her over to my house. Yeah. Him
No, I
over
won't.
to my house. Yeah.
This is not the Christina I'm talking about.
It is.
It's not.
Yeah. Come have him party with my dog Mort, who sucks.
This guy sucks in every sense of the word. This bozo.
I feel like you would
is
like
the
start
biggest
chugging
bozos
booze and then
of all
just
the
like start
bozos.
like reciting Edgar Allan
Zach,
Poe
3
like it's
points on
super
that one. I
hype.
like that.
You know what I mean?
So who here thinks he sucks?
Not it.
Who here would probably drink with
Maybe
this guy?
maybe he serves an important part. in
I'd
our
hang out with the
history.
party with this guy.
This guy,
Would
this
you
guy
get-
will
would you get
drink
tipsy in an
so,
alley with him?
like out.
Oh,
I would rather
just
see
there
him
to
around a
observe.
group of
I just
people.
want him to be like, do you know the Raven Man?
The worst part
He
is
wrote that about my life.
I want to party with him 2 times.
He's like,
Wait. The first
like
worst
he
part
gets
about
way
this guy.
too fucking like deep about Poe. He's like, okay, the city by the sea is actually about Baltimore, and I've been there, dude, and that city is creepy. Now hold on.
That's what I'm talking about. He's not the fun or even the very sad type of drunk where you're like someone's just like falling out of their chair and they're breaking their own table or whatever. And everyone's looking at him like, oh, come on, dude, don't do this here. He's the type of guy that's just gonna what Reggie did, just completely eviscerate every bit of fun that is going on around you.
Let me tell you
His
about.
sentences are just Dante's Inferno, you know?
He's a real buzz killer.
Let me tell you about my favorite sister,
Why does it
Lucia.
matter? Why would you? Why?
She fucking died. She fucking died when I was 5.
I would party with him twice. 1, the 2 of us in an alley just to see what weird shit happens. And 2,
That sounds risky, man.
2,
You don't want to be in an alley with this bozo.
I would
He accidentally shot off his finger.
I know. I want to see what the fuck happens.
You got the long game.
Yep, I want to see what the fuck happens. But 2, I would also bring him to like a weird house party with like a weird Bauhaus band, like that sort of weird shit.
and just be
going
like,
on.
hey, it's open mic night.
Exactly, because I want to see how he behaves.
He would come
Go
out
up
of the
there and
bathroom.
bomb.
He would come out of the bathroom and go, Does anybody here have a plunger? I'm really sorry. I'm sorry that I did this.
That happened like a week ago in the brewery.
I'll clean it up. I just need a plunger. Does anybody have one?
Hey everybody, it's the old pioneer man, Weasley Cheese, and I go everywhere I need to go with the plunger in my hand.
Sniff that. Whoever that was, sniff that. God. And this guy is just bad luck all around. How many times has this guy been sick with a lung issue, or his family's been sick with a lung issue, and let alone his dad? The fucking bozo. Killing people.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're done here.
We're done.
I really like the idea of the George Bush.
We're doing that
v.
next
fucking
week.
Adolf Hitler.
We are
thing.
1,000% doing that next week. Christina, since you're the only sober one here,
Blind taste test.
message us tomorrow to make sure I'll start pulling images of.
You
I'll
think that
start
would get
pulling.
Dude.
yanked? I think that would get
Just
yanked
message
from
me
YouTube.
tomorrow.
It might.
Why would that get yanked?
We might get canceled.
Wait, why?
Hate
Why?
speech? I don't know.
Does
Yeah.
anybody know how to
Hate
use
speech?
like a...
No, this is an educational video. We're literally putting Adolf Hitler's paintings up. We're not going to talk anything else. We'll preface the opening by saying Hitler was one of the worst. Is the worst
Human being.
human being out there. George Bush. I mean, a lot of
Is the second
No.
worst human being.
you got Pol Pot, you got Stalin, you got guys.
Mao
that are-
Zedong.
Now
Now
it's time
to choose
the
lesser of two evils. Adolf,
Kim
George
Jong-un.
Bush, 9/11 was an inside job.
Let's go. Let's go. No,
Pearl Harbor.
yeah, we'll put it out there for our fans. Who is worse? And I guarantee the amount of new age people out there, they'll go, "Oh, George Bush was way worse than Hitler."
Oh God.
Actually, would probably say that. But I'm not going to go into this.
Well,
I don't
God.
think that they'd say Donald Trump now.
They would say yes. Okay, I'm happy you said that and I didn't.
Yeah.
But they would say Donald Trump now way worse than Hitler. I'm like,
front
are
of
you
my
fucking kidding
other
me?
R-word friends.
Other R-word friends.
Now, are we going to say which is better, or are we going to call this is definitely...
We're just going to say which painting is better. I'll
Can we
stack
go
up.
give it a tisk or an attaboy for which one you like?
I will
Guys,
stack up.
We can have a vote at the end to see which one is better.
Yes, I would like to do.
I mean, there's 5 here. It's not going to be a tie.
However,
Yes, well-
however, just as a warning, we are not going to decide who we're going to party or drink with.
No.
I would party. You know who I would party with. I just want to. There's
I
nothing.
smoke a J with GW.
There's nothing wrong.
Exactly.
Fine. I would do that, but I would also.
No, we're done.
Nobody
tell.
thinks it would be hilarious to be like, I can't mix this blue for the
Before
sky.
he did all
I'm
the
gonna
killing.
fucking kill everybody.
Before he did all that, I'm talking about partying with Hitler like in the 30s, 1930s, when right before the beer hall push and all that stuff. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be crazy?
Yeah.
Like if you didn't know it was Hitler and you sat down at a bar and he was there
Had a
drinking.
beer with him.
You saw that mustache and you were like, are you Charlie Chaplin?
Oh, Charlie Chaplin! Oh, nice. I didn't know you were partying over here in Germany
Berlin.
during the worst economic depression that you're going through right now. and you're going to pull yourself out of it in a specific way.
In a big way.
All right, that's
You're
it.
gonna
We're
really
all getting
motivate
fucking
yourself.
We're not gonna
What?
get canceled.
You're really gonna motivate yourself.
You know, there's something about these trees. I just can't fucking. I'll get everyone.
So join in next week for our 52nd and probably last episode as we get canceled.
The
find out.
series
We will not.
finale
All right.
of our Damage
That's
podcast.
it. Bye, guys.
Cheers. You hated everything about that. They're still recording. It's fine.
Bullshit! Derivative!
That guy, I mean, he definitely struck lightning in a bottle with that one painting, but everything else that he did, I was like,
Sucked.
dude, his early pieces, I was like, okay, this guy has.